I come back to this game after a couple years to check if anything has been added. And what I've found? It seems to me that a lot has been changed, and all for the worst. The game was already difficult, now it's insane. Get a wrong card and you'll be screwed. Meet the wrong enemy and you're done. I'm not even sure if most of the runs are winnable. At level 0. Okay. What do you mean 127 hours? When can I see how many hours he had when he made the review? The game is not a deck builder anymore. Oh wow. I didn't realize they changed it that much. If you don't do enough combat encounters, you will not find the cards that are indispensable. So he understands that combat encounters are more important than events, okay. If you don't take enough events, okay, never mind. To summarize, a deck builder that plays more like a puzzle game. Unless you're a fan of the genre, it's not fun to play, just frustrating. Which genre? Deck builder or puzzle game? Which genre do you mean you need to be a fan of? You've put 127 hours in. Are you not a fan of deck builder puzzle games? The moment I got some basic mods that shifted my success rate from 10% to 75, it became a little more fun. A little. Dying is not funny here. Dying is funny in Dark Souls, but here in Slay the Spire, dying is not funny. This game is fine. Balatro does it better. Does what better? Card building roguelikes? Deck building roguelikes? Balatro is barely a deck builder. It's like a deck deleter. The turn-based aspect is what I sought. Something chill. Because Balatro is not chill. Balatro, you're in a rush. Oh, I wouldn't want to play Balatro and stress myself out, so I'm just going to play Slay the Spire, which is not stressful at all. The other game design seems to just clutter what could be a smoother roguelike. The shop, for instance, sacrifices ease of use just to conform to some narrative. What do you... What does this even mean? I would 90 hours! 90 hours! 90 hours of review time. The shop sacrifices ease of use. Is he talking about the carpet? That you can't buy the carpet? So this guy would... So let's ask. Would you carpet? Check it out. And maybe we'll figure out if that's what he had. That's the problem he had with the game. Everything is chance to the point of every loss feeling less like a strategic error and more like you did not get lucky enough on the cards drawn. Compare this to Balatro. Balatro is perfectly balanced. Balatro is perfectly balanced. Hanging Chad is not a problem. Rail and Rebate does not give too much money. Emir is telling us this. So dog, shush. Be quiet, dog. Go back to bed. Once you gain skill in Balatro, beating the base difficulty feels pretty easy. Yeah, it's white. Yeah, white steak. Yeah, white steak is pretty. Yeah, white steak feels pretty easy once you've gained skill in Balatro, because it's perfect. Because Balatro is perfectly balanced, obviously. Balatro's art is interesting and each Joker is unique. Slay the Spire. Oof, I can't defend you on this one. Your art's not that good. Each Joker is unique. Yeah, Spaceman is so different from Constellation, which is so different from Celestial Joker, which is so different from Supernova. They're so unique, guys. Those four Jokers definitely don't have the exact same theme. You're literally climbing the same levels each time and it feels like Sisyphus pushing the boulder up the hill, only for it to fall back down over and over again. That's a roguelike. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean it feels like Slay the Spire? You go up the spire and then you go back down. How is Balatro any different? You fight literal slime, furry creatures, and basic hooded robbers. Many times you spawn with a shop level ahead that you can't afford to purchase from simply because of RNG. I'm surprised the reviews are overwhelmingly positive. Just for a game can hook you for a few hours. You played it for 20 hours. It's more than a few. Read the other negative reviews. This guy is yapping like hell and he's saying read the other. Okay. They are right to emphasize how RNG based this is. Not fun in a Balatro. Not fun in a Balatro way. Guys, I think I'm gonna stop making game reviews. I'm just gonna say it's not fun in a Balatro way. Leave this one and go play Balatro. How many times did this guy say Balatro? Balatro, 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 Balatro. I personally didn't like this game, even though I like card games like Balatro. Dying is not funny here. In its current state, it is near unplayable. 50 hours, by the way. This game requires you to be a statistics-focused person, or basically a card game deck builder pre-planner. Why am I using all of these nonsensical words? Yeah, great question, Zachary XYZ Fusion. Is this sort of prose? Did you learn this from Yu-Gi-Oh cards? You think, okay, weaken takes all my damage by 1 like the card game. No. This person is complaining that the original game is not like the card game. That's an interesting take. I don't know, this is sort of like time traveler levels of critique. This has been like saying, oh, Elden Ring is bad because it's not as good as the DLC before the DLC is out. The point I'm making, oh, okay, well, Zachary XYZ, what was the full name? Zachary XYZ Fusion. He's getting to the point, guys, so clock in, main monitor content. My point is that you are hard-coded to fail most runs. Okay, everything you do is randomized ainsi from your starting relic, which is basically just the character ability. Every single character has enemies that hard counter their decks, regardless of their structures. Structures? Like song structures? I have so far been unable to enjoy an ironclad strength build because every enemy I fight deals 7 to 12 damage with an attack. Is this guy made it out of Act 1? In addition, it says I have 10 hours, right? Or something like that. That was 10 hours of me clicking buttons with nothing interesting going on. Animations do not change. Is this guy talking about Balatro yet? I kind of want to go back to that. And all of the card text and image becomes very repetitive after exactly 8 hours. Exactly after 8 hours. Oh. Everyone, I've heard this often. You see it in the comments of Frost Prime videos. People are saying, I made it 7 hours and 59 minutes into Slay the Spire. And I was loving the game. It was just such an amazing experience. But then I hit 8 hours, and exactly then, I just felt all of the card text and image becomes repetitive. And there was nothing I could do about it. This guy said he liked the card game, right? Yeah, he enjoys the card game. The card game doesn't have animations. I could go into the math in this review, but I'm already insanely frustrated with the amount of card game probability you are required to understand to have fun with this game. Card game probability. I need to use that next time I play poker. I'm frustrated with the amount of card game probability in this card game. I can't believe there's card game in my card game. This is not a game I recommend to anyone. This is a fail to play game, not a play to succeed game. He's cooking so hard, I just don't know what to say. I'm like cinema. It's a fail to play game. There is such a thing as too much randomized generation of certain things. Wow. Zachary XYZ? You have what I would describe as a skill issue. Well, he put 50 more hours in. No, 35 more hours in. So maybe he's changed his mind, It's a time waster, so he keeps wasting his time with it. It's a fail to play, but he keeps playing it, so I guess brother's failing. I would have never guessed that this man was failing. It's a new trend I'm noticing among indie devs to feed a small variety of assets into an RNG. I thought I read that wrong. And call it a game. Oh, into an random number generator. Oh, of course, because he's using the full outline of the word. He's so much smarter than me. Hades? Why is Balatro? Okay, we'll get back to Balatro. Hades is a small variety of assets. Stay away or be time farmed. Each of the 4 characters really only has one viable strategy. Ironclad is good at building strength. Now let's just stop right there. Is Ironclad good at building strength? Like, not really. The main tools they have, what? Demon Form, which is really slow and dangerous to set up. Limit Break, which is a meme. Inflame, which is good, but that gives you what, 3 strength? That cannot be described as your viable. That's not your entire strategy. And then Spot Weakness, which you don't. Spot Weakness is kind of a gross card. What are other ones I'm forgetting? Rupture? Ah, he's talking about Rupture. That's obviously the best card in the game. Silent is good at building poison. Yeah, okay. Now, name a good poison card. And you're not allowed to say Corpse Explosion because that's not good of the poison. The poison is the worst part of that card. Defect channels orbs, of which only lightning and dark are worth a damn. Frost orbs, frost stocks are down. Never, never, never used frost orbs again. Did they get you 600 block every single fucking turn? Yeah, but only lightning and dark are worth a damn thanks to the loathsome worm eater. So, you know, just be careful. Be careful, right? Don't be baited. Don't be baited by Glacier or Cold Snap. Those cards are rubbish. Watcher attacks with Wrath and ends the turn in calm. Okay, that one is right. Failure usually means dying at the second boss or worse at the third boss after you've wasted nearly an hour of your life. Pro players have to go out of their way to play Balatro. Oh, I said the B word. Have to go out of their way to play a Slay the Spire run for more than 30 minutes. But this guy is taking nearly an hour to get to the Act 3 boss, which is pretty impressive. You know, this guy has the makings of the next Zeknar. This card RNG could be slightly mitigated if the game had a card pack system like Balatro. Oh, there we go. Balatro mention. This guy's a genius. Cards are already split into 3 categories. Attack, power, and skill. If instead of 3 random card options whenever you finish a battle, you are given the option to choose a pack containing 3 cards of the aforementioned category, playing the game would feel a lot less like pounding your head against a wall. So rather than getting 1 of 3, you choose first 1 of 3. You either get options of 3 attacks, 3 powers, or 3 skills, and then you get 3 of each. Because that would be that would be a good idea. Because there are common powers, yeah. Yeah, there are common powers. Is this the Rupture man? Yeah, oh, this is why he wants it. He just wants to get more Ruptures. No wonder he wants to Rupture. He's the loathsome worm eater. We know what you're into. Solid game for 60 hours. Gets boring after that. So, this guy's played 13 hours of boring Slay the Spire. Okay, good life choices. It is in comparison with Baldur's Gate 3 for the most overglazed games of all time? Never mind. Never mind this guy's cooking. I 100% agree. After 60 hours, there's no more Slay the Spire. The Spire slays you. Dying is not funny here. You know how if you're playing a game for a long time and you don't notice the time go by, it means you're having a lot of fun? This is a very rare example of the opposite effect. You don't notice the amount of time spent, but you end up in resentment and wishing you could get it back. Gotta be honest, kid. This is not very rare. This is like all of life. This kid is gonna have the world's hardest midlife crisis. 60 hours at review time. So this guy has a lot of resentment if he's played this game for 60 hours. Oof, oh my god, this review. Okay. 17 comments. Oh my god, some of them will be funny. Some of them will be funny. The difficulty scaling of this game is absolutely ridiculous. I've played for over 50 hours and done dozens of runs with all characters. Unlocked everything, and yet my win rate is around 20%. Oh, I'm so sorry, kid. I've never gone past Ascension level 1. Oh, I'm sorry, kid. God. No wonder you have resentment, jeez. And because of the very bad balance, you quickly discover the build variety is a lie, but nothing but the very select few OP combos will get you the win. Yeah, it seems like new players of Slay the Spire are kind of tainted by other deck builder roguelikes. The only example that comes to mind is like a weird Chinese game,
Night of the Full Moon.
If you play as a witch, there's like 3 types of cards. There's like fire cards, frost cards, and poison cards. And essentially they synergize so much that if you get 1 fire card early on, the way you win is just by only taking fire cards from that point on. That is super fucking boring. And I think the great genius of Slay the Spire, even though it's not a game I like that much, the thing it does best is that it doesn't fall into that fallacy. You never really get pigeonholed into an archetype. Like if you're playing Ironclad and you've got a strength build and you find Barricade, you know, there's no scenario where you don't want Barricade or Corruption. And this is like super early, but you know what I mean. Like there's no deck that wouldn't benefit from like spreading out further. If you're pigeonholed too far, you're just going to get absolutely destroyed. And yeah, again, it will feel like bad RNG because you're not going to get offered the options for your exact build that make it better, because that's not how you're supposed to play this game. It's way more dynamic and fluid and interesting. Unless you're playing the Watcher, in which case everything I just said doesn't apply, because the Watcher, you just take rushdown. Achievement hunting is atrocious. You're not getting half of these achievements without the blessings of Allah, Jesus, and the Buddha combined. I didn't realize I was such a prophesized son. Even within the card battle or roguelike genre, I've played far, far better games. Is he gonna mention Balatro? Get your bets in now. Is he gonna mention it? Big respect for the open-mindedness. No. He's in the comments. He's in the comments of his own Steam review. I'm in the comments of my own YouTube video and I'm cringe. This guy. Whoa. King of unemployment. 3 comments. 4 comments. 5 comments. 6 comments. 7 comments. This is the king of unemployment. The beauty of this game for me is the fact that you get to learn how to use all the cards in new ways the more you play. Some cards that you ignored for 200 hours suddenly become some of the best in the game because that specific strategy finally starts to click in your brain. Every single archetype of every single character is able to beat the heart in theory, of course. Everything is then mixed with RNG, and I would argue the first Ascension levels have more RNG than the higher ones. Really? I don't really know what he means by that. Like, maybe if you can beat first Ascension with a high RNG strategy, which wouldn't be viable on like A20, maybe. And so you can like learn bad lessons. On a final note, I think this game gets very good when you stop following the god tier deck mentality. Damn it. He's saying the same shit I am. Damn it. 300 hours. Basically, no. 250. What a piece of Chinese crap. Okay. Seattle. Okay. He could be right. With the help of save scumming to quickly try different strategies. Okay. That's why you were save scumming, yeah? I save scum because I'm bad at the game, personally. That's just me, though. But no, this guy save scums to try different strategies, so he's actually a more refined being than I. Okay, I think we found the last review. This game give me fucking brain aneurysm. Most mentally devastated game I have ever played. Even Balatro, don't fuck me this hard. 150 hours. Okay then.